When somebody starts lecturing you as a man, especially when they get into all these moral debates of masculinity and what men should be doing or what a real man is, the first question you have to ask them real questions. Like, let me ask you a question, man. If I got in trouble with the law today and I needed to borrow $20,000 to bail myself out, can I borrow that money from you? And look them straight in the eye. Even better, if I took your religious and moral advice and I went and go married one of these leftover women, Shinyu women, and she divorces my ass, takes my kids, and divorce scrapes me for alimony and child support, and I can't see my kids, I'm fighting, and I'm working overtime, and I'm broke. Will you help me fight for my kids? Will you stand up for my character? You see, everything they talk about, they won't do it. They'll tell you go kick rocks. Men gotta understand that generally they're on their own. Yes, your mom loves you. Yes, you may have some family members. But generally speaking, when shit hits the fan, you're on your own. This is a female-centered society. This is a gynocentric environment. And men are treated like disposable tampon if they allow it. That's why I always tell every man, your purpose, your hobbies, your self-respect. I'm one of these people that do not believe in altruism. That's why I introduce every man that watches my channel to Ayn Rand. We want to get rid of all that altruistic mentality. This ain't the 1920s. This ain't the 1905s. This ain't your daddy's world. There's no fair exchange. There's no trade-off. It is you as a disposable tampon. And how do you know? Every time they talk about you, you can have a conversation, have a 1-hour conversation with anybody in society about you and what's good for you. And I guarantee you that 90% of the conversation is about what you need to be doing for everybody else that makes you valuable. Not what you do for yourself. That's why I encourage guys. That doesn't mean you just go be a basement dweller and be sad and depressed, because nobody gives a rat's ass about you either if you're down there, if you self-delete yourself. I mean you get up and you live with purpose. Your passions, your hobbies, your purpose in life, it's got to be your main objectives. That way, today, if a woman leaves you, you don't give a rat's ass. You take care of your body. You protect your mind. You protect your resources. You keep the damn state out of your life as much as you possibly can. You keep debt to a minimum. Only the things that are necessary as assets to bring you wealth. You manage your personal freedom. You manage your peace. Your peace. You get yourself into a mentality. You eliminate that scarcity mentality. I don't care if you have to, whatever you have to do, whether it be religious, whether you have to, develop an immunity to pre-owned, which I have an immunity to pre-owned. I will tell any damn chick to kick rocks if she disturbs my peace. I don't care if she looks like a freaking supermodel. I'm in love with peace. I'm a peaceful sexual. I'm pro-peace, anti-torture. And I'll tell any woman, I don't need no sex, I just need me some money. Sex is just a memory. Some of it has been a bad memory that I would like to forget. You can't control me with no freaking box. And that's another way you guys got to test your friends. Watch how they behave around women. Does he become a jellyback simp? Does he sell men out? Does he start peacocking? Does he start talking shit to you, putting you down? Does he betray anybody to get a hold of pre-owned? Man, don't hang around no dudes. Don't trust cucked dudes either. A cucked dude in a relationship, not the masculine brothers in a relationship, because those dudes is like warriors. They'll stick with you. Anytime you say to him, you go tell his bitch. Or dudes that are caping out here, playing a superhero, performing to get a hold of pre-owned when pre-owned can be bought for $50 out there in the streets. Not recommending anybody do that. And that's what you have to live in, this mindset. This is the mindset. This is the new program for 2026, 2025, 2026 and beyond. It's a self-preservative mindset. Don't matter how they bitch and moan about guys not going to no dating events and all that shit. Kick rocks. They're not trying to get on your program. What it is they got so much validation online and in virtual spaces. And now what they want is validation, confirmation in person. The ability to reject a man that's not that superhero in their mind, they get to reject you in person because in their mind, they already have a man that they want. That guy imprinted her when she was in college, vigorously pounded her out. I mean, vigorously, viciously pounded her out in college. And you know how I know? You see those pictures back there? Those are Big East pictures. That's me. Touch me. I know. I'm not no fake jellyback content creator. This is my house. This is where I live. If somebody put a private investigator on me, you'll see me doing the same shit that I do every day, which is the self-preservation bullshit, the gym, my hobbies, my passions, the things I work on, my volunteer efforts. This is what I do. This is who I am. I'm not a guy who's been married for 20 years and 30 years on the internet grifting for content. Some guy who pretends to be some single guy and he's out here, he got baby mamas all in the house. Don't say anything. That doesn't mean I wouldn't consume one. A peaceful life is pro-winning, anti-torture. I will deploy any methodology to claim my objective. I don't care whether it's gaming or I don't game. It's too old for that shit. But anyhow, so there's no moral, I'm not thumping no Bible or preaching no religion. So if you busted a peaceful life one day coming out of a brothel, I'm just going to smile for the cameras. Yeah, I did that shit. That doesn't mean I take part in that activity, but I take no moral position. Like some of these content creators, I'm not preaching out of no Bible. Again, pro-winning, anti-losing. Pro-peace, anti-torture is my position. I'm not for or against relationships or anything. If you winning, take the pathway of you winning as a man as determined by your morality, not what everybody else wants you to do. You understand? And that's why my position in life. And what men got to understand is that nobody is coming to save you. Nobody gives a rat's ass. That's my coffee brewing in the background, by the way. I brew my own coffee because I got to keep some of that, cut down on that sugar. My coffee machine is quite loud. But anyhow, moving along. Once you get in that mindset and that mentality, you get out, you do things that are positive, that's for you. Today is a beautiful day. I'm going to hit the gym right now, do my 2 miles, then hit the parks, get out there with some nature, shoot the shit, have a conversation with multiple people, get out in life and enjoy my day as a man, period. But don't let nobody make you feel like you're missing something or whatever else. You're not. You think you're missing something with certain things? You don't know what anybody's life is like. Again, especially now with social media, there's a lot of sad people with happy pictures. People are only going to show you the exciting good side of life, their vacations and their trips and their smiling and put up all the happy pictures in life. Everybody's got their bullshit that they go through and they got their struggles, period, in life. Don't let anybody fool you. Damn, that coffee machine is kind of loud. I got to get me a new one. Anyhow, but this is the reality of life. Because everybody thinks they have a prescription for your life, but this prescription got to be written by you. Because ain't none of those people, if you took that prescription, is going to do a damn thing for you. And that's what I want to get men in that mindset of self-preservation and understanding nobody's going to take care of you like you. Let them call you selfish. You got to live life unapologetically. Let them call you all kinds of names. They call me old, bald-headed creep. You're this, you're that. F you. Kick rocks. I am not going to do what you think is best for you because everything they're talking to you is about what's best for them. Not you. It's what they think your contribution to society is going to be best for them or serve their agenda and what's good for them. Not you. So you got to put yourself first. We've evolved into this completely female-centered, gynocentric environment where men are only seen as these disposable tampon. We got a lot of jellyback simps. And, we got a lot of situations now with the economy, the way things are, trying to push men back towards certain relationships. But women are not coming on their terms. They're just broken. They have financial issues. You see what I'm saying? They got financial issues. That's really what it comes down to. They don't really want to be under your leadership or on your plan. They're just out here dealing with inflation. All these government programs are gone. DEI is gone. That's the same ball-busting feminist who doesn't respect marriage. Marriage to them is a relationship that's all centered around them, and you sitting around listening to their bullshit and their problems, their liberal ideology, whatever TV shows they watch today. They have the portal of social media that comes in their hands every day. Women on the internet talking this woke, feminist, crazy ideology. They all think they're empaths and have spiritual powers. They can't tell you the winning number for the lottery for nothing. When they say, I'm an empath, I have spiritual powers. Well, what's the Powerball number? They don't tell you. They can't tell you shit. For an empath or somebody with some type of vision, you're awfully broke. So you don't have any special powers or you wouldn't be broke, period. If I had them, I'm going to go down and buy the Powerball, or I'll be playing a bunch of numbers, use my powers to enrich myself. But they all got to listen to this bullshit. You got to listen to them you got to listen to this mind-numbing crap. Which is why I prefer to deal with women from across town. I don't want them living with me. That doesn't mean I don't love the ladies. I love you ladies. But it's best that I stay here. And some of these women, never mind. Some of them have spiritual demons from all that pounding they have in the souls of other men. And maybe I have some demons too from pounding. And, those demons are going to fight in the house. You don't want them in the house. Too many demons in the house is going to cause a civil war. And we're not going to get along. So it's best I deal with them from over town. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, you don't want to. Never mind. Let's don't even go down that alleyway. You don't want them coming here. They bring them spiritual demons from all that heavy pounding in your house. It's best to consume them elsewhere and keep your place purified. Feels good in here. There's no irritation in this place. You know what this feels like for me as a 51-year-old guy to wake up and nobody bothers me? Nobody's talking to me in my ears. Peaceful life. You got to do this today. You're going to do that today. We're going to do this today. We got to go see my friend and spend time. No, I don't want to do none of that shit. I told you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to hit the park. I'm going to be shooting the shit all day long with the dudes. I'm going to go down to the basketball courts because, it's going to be 56 today. And they're going to be out there, the young bucks, everybody going to be playing ball. And all I can do is watch. I can keep running a game for bullshit. You know how it is, dudes. You go out there, you think you can run with them young bucks. You end up at the hospital or your ass is sore for 7 days in a row. You're walking around with limps and shit. I don't even go out there. I just watch. And that's what dudes ask me. We could be young again. What are you going to do? Go run through some women? Hell no. I'm going to run some 5-on-5. If I can take 25 years of my life, I'm going to play ball. And forget these burnt out women. I'm going to run 5-on-5 and I'm going to do some other shit that I enjoy. Run some flag football or have a good time. I'm not going to be out here worried about no damn broads. If I was a young buck, again, I'd be trying to max. I'd be living in my parents' basement working copious amounts of hours, I'll be like, Mom, I'll cut your grass. I'll clean the house. I'll do whatever. I'll be taking every damn dollar and dollar cost averaging that shit into the stock market. Buying investments. I'd be trying to get some, investment real estate, buy a house with multiple doors where maybe I can live in one apartment and rent out the other 5 if I can get a hold of it or whatever else. I certainly wouldn't be worried about these damn chicken heads out here today because very few of them, only the 10% of these women are going to add value to your life. You're probably just going to end up with a bunch of loads. That's why I stay single because I don't want no loads around me. I'm an old man anyhow. Shit, I've already lived my existence. You think I want to carry any dead weight at my age? Why do I want anybody taking any money out of my pocket every month when I can just have 100% of my income? I was one of the fortunate few that didn't get that lifetime alimony when I get divorced. When the divorce went down, them dudes is on some serious hell. They got to split that money up. Me, I was happy that my boys grew up. I took care of my boys. They became adults. And I did not remarry anybody. Period. That is the best decision I ever made, was not to remarry anybody. that has saved my life, because the dudes that did that shit is living through life with some insufferable women. Anyhow, I've talked too long. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta hit the gym, gentlemen. And I got my gym shit on. My coffee's ready. Brew that. Hit the door. Guys, stay motivated, man. You know, once you adjust to the society and things the way it is, if you're sitting around not feeling sad about yourself, nobody gives a rat's ass about you. Stop believing people give a rat's. You're a dude, you got a dick. Nobody cares about you. I mean, people pretend they care about you. Some of them might. If they're going to, have a conversation. Like I said, try it. Where they don't talk about you like you some tampon or disposable tampon for somebody else's life, or talk about how you need to be doing more for others. So get out there, enjoy your life. Make sure you're doing stuff. Guys, get your feet done. Get yourself a massage once a week. You work hard, man. Spend some money on yourself. Do something nice for yourself, brothers. Enjoy your day. I gotta hit this gym. I'm talking too much already. But make sure you guys hit the like button.